What's up, everybody? PB here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. One more week left in the night mining. Then we switch to day mining. Anyway, let's take a look at the Umbrella Mines Night Miner. I'm getting pretty close to being in a place that I think is good with this thing. 1 week left. Guess what? The merge addresses, flow, and function is all here, so we'll take a look at that. We'll do a couple of things here. Show you the app, show you where it's at. Guess more of a plugin, but whatever. WordPress plugin here. So living on a WordPress server. So far, this one's mined 434 solutions, just running for the past couple of days here on this instance. So we've got the live readout of the calculated amount of night that we've earned, start, stop mining buttons, etc. That's nothing too new there. Got a nice little system check to make sure that you have the requirements. If you don't have one of those, you need one of those to make the plugin work. As I kind of cruise through here, some of this is redundant, but I've made some serious upgrades to some of these pages. So like the wallets page, not too many changes here outside of, I'm now featuring if the solutions merge or not, you'll be able to see that in there. Under the Solutions tab, I now have fully functional merge button. Pretty sweet. This thing works awesome, super fast. You can do a flow, which we'll look at here in a second, to merge all of these. I've never done one this big, so we're going to do it live. And then we're going to do an import live. Let's check one of these, see if it works still. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. Let's take a look. There is our crypto receipt from the original proof of submission, and then there is our wallet merge receipt. Hell yeah, I'll show you how this thing works in a second. Anyway, I thought it'd be cool and useful for everybody to have all the information for every one of these merges and all the receipts and everything visible, because that's cool and what blockchain enables for us here. I've got the ability to look at every part of this transaction because of how I've saved it to the WordPress database we're using. So these are just really nice systems that work well together. It's fun. All the components here, the various different signatures. There's some cool components to this little plugin, like the signing stuff. We'll get into this in a second on the Imports tab, but you're able to sign from other platforms. They use different signatures, so it's accommodating for all that. So it's got a lot of smart logic in it. But in here, like I said, if you are mining on this tab, get things going, it'll start looking for solutions. When it finds solutions, it logs them to the wallets database. There is a process in here, so this is important. If you start this thing up and you're like, I found wallets, where the hell is, why is nothing showing up? Well, it needs to find a solution and then verify, submit that. So make sure that auto submit is selected here. It needs to submit that because we need a wallet to create our merge address. So the part that everybody wants to see here, so the part, everyone will fast forward to, so I already took too long. But merge addresses is live in here. So after you're mining within this app or any of the apps, you've got this collection of addresses that were rotated through to basically house all of your earned rewards from your mining endeavors, your late night, midnight mining. Anyway, I've got it so that you can import your own payout wallet and import solutions from other providers here and merge them all. The only provider that's active outside of the Umbrella Mines one right now is Night Miner. I wanted to get this one out and test it. It's working great. We'll take a look at it here. I'll show you how it works. But so there's some smart logic in this where if you're mining with the miner itself, it's going to pick the first wallet that meets the criteria and make that your payment wallet. What's the criteria? It's none of your business. I'm kidding. It's got a valid solution, a valid crypto receipt. It has a stored mnemonic phrase, so just like general criteria so that you have all the things that you would need in case you were to lose something. I don't know. I've got it all backed up in the database for you because WordPress is awesome. So when it finds one, the first one loads down here, that becomes your payment wallet. There's ways to override this as your payment wallet. You can import your own. That overrides the only way, honestly. There's one way to override it. It's by clicking the import your own payout wallet button, and you can paste in a mnemonic. You can paste in a derivation path too. The reason I did this is because with the Umbrella Miner, you can choose your derivation path, and if you derived a wallet that was like 020 and tried to find the original signature in the midnight API endpoint, doesn't work. It probably would because it was just registering it as a new wallet anyway, but I wanted to be sure that we were using the correct wallet, so I did some matching stuff. So if you're mining with a Umbrella Mines wallet, it's going to do some matching. Make sure you're using a valid wallet that has all the things you need to make sure you don't lose your shit. So I hate it when people lose their shit. Anyway, that works great. Try it out. This app has some functionality in it to plug in, I guess, to prevent daisy chaining, because the white paper explicitly states don't daisy chain or you'll invalidate your results. So there's some logic in here to prevent that. So when it's grabbing a wallet like this, I'll see if I can find it quickly. I think it should be just way back on the first tab. Further back. Further back. All the way now. Huh. Where would it be? I'm guessing. I don't want to take too much time. But basically there's a wallet in here somewhere that's going to have a bar over it, so that you can't use that one, can't merge that one. So all of your solutions will have one single point that they go to, and that one can't be daisy chained and invalidate itself. So just made sure there's some logic in there to protect everybody in that regard. So once you've decided on your wallet, whether you're going to use one of the platform wallets, which becomes active after you find a valid solution, submit that solution, etc., like I just explained, or import your own, you still do need to run the miner until you find a solution, because I have this page gated until you find a solution. Tough. Deal with it. Find a solution. Down here, these are some of the examples we'll take a look at here in a second, but a actual merge. So in this, we can see the from address, the message that's required, all of the things that are needed. This is the return from the API from their side. So the valid, hey, you did this, congratulations. Here's the amount of solutions that were consolidated from that address that we had on file. Cool, it matches. We're going to put it on this address on file. Great. Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Smart Contract. We're out of here. That's how they're handling this on their back end. This is a smart contract. So it's a great way to avoid fees. So if you wanted to, say, consolidate a bunch of addresses to one address as payout, it's a great way to do it. You've got a smart contract that's effectively aggregating all the various different rewards and then consolidating those as part of that contract to the new address, or the address you define as the one to aggregate them to. Cool. All the fun information that everybody loves to see, like me. Within this, we've got an export all merged button. So when you click this, you export all merged, and it gives you a nice little, here's your main payout wallet up at the top with your mnemonic phrase and all the wallets that are registered to it underneath, formatted for you as a beautiful JSON, which is a horizontal CSV. For those not familiar with JSON files, you can easily convert that to a CSV in any online tool that does conversions like that. Cool. Couple more things here. What else? Let's try and do this merge all eligible button. My favorite button is also right here too. You should click this one because it opens a link to our API that you should check out. This is not an Anvil product, but it's still my company, Anvil, so you should go get an API key and build stuff on Cardano because it's awesome. This is fun logic that's kind of in the same vein. But let's check out this merge all eligible. I'm nervous to click this because this is 430 real solutions here, but this should work. Worked on my local instance. Let's see what happens. I'm nervous. The progress bar went to 90%. You can't see it because I'm blocking it. I guess I can move my little camera bar so you can see it, but nah, you guys are stuck here. I'll give you a play-by-play. It hasn't moved. We're still sitting at 90%. The good news is it also hasn't failed. And my assistant Claude, who I was working with, assured me it would not jump to 100% right away, because before it went from 0 to 100, and well, that seems accurate. We've jumped to 90 and now we're sitting here. I expect that this will take a while. Not that long. They're set to a half-second apiece so that they don't time out. Or I'm sorry, that we don't hit the midnight endpoint too many times. So I think it's doing its thing. We're still progressing, still sitting at 90%. I don't know if that's progressing then. Moving right along. I can't really refresh this page either. I guess I could. I'll show you what a fail looks like in a second with a different file, because it does have smart logic built in. Fuck. What happened? Okay, that's serious progress. We got through 366. So I didn't know how many were going to work or not, which that's totally fine. I put in logic here that would fail softly and so that nothing would break and that you could pick right back up where it left off. So it looks like that's exactly what happened, which let's check some of these receipts, which, hey, that's the way you want it fucking fail, is just like that. That's really exciting. All right, well, I'm going to rip through these. I'll speed this part of the video up probably just to get these parts merged. This is awesome. The merge is working. Let me just double check, spot check another couple of these. Take a peek. View didn't work. Oh, it's because I went to a different page. I don't have the fucking logic set up. I'll fix that. There we go. Okay. Destination address, 9YA. Destination address, 9YA. Oh my god, you could look right there and it matches. Holy shit. All right, merging more. Let's see how many we get through this time. We are so back. Almost fell asleep there. It took a while, but they were all successful. Every one of them. That merge, so 51 took 69 seconds. Nice. It took a while. I don't know, like 8 minutes there or so, but it's going and writing a record for every single one, and we just consolidated like 400 and something wallets, which that's crazy. Let's take a look here. I'm elated. This is fucking awesome. That worked really nicely. Outside of I didn't know we couldn't do 400 and something wallets all at once in one pass, which I kind of figured we couldn't, but it works. The pick it up where it left off works. That's great. All right, let's take a look at the receipts. Cool. Awesome. I'm going to move on to something else in a second. Export all merged. This out exports a JSON of everything, like I said, with your payout address, with the mnemonic we created for it. This is all stored locally as a reminder, not on my anything. It's all in your machine when you build it like this. It's all local to you. You export this, cool, it pops down like that. You can see all my test files there. Anyway, that worked really well, cool. Import works well too. I was going to do a full sit through this one as well, but we're gonna do let's look at what the loading screen here looks like and then move on. Sounds great. Okay, so I have one of my backup files from my NightMiner running. So this is the only one that I have formatted correctly so far. So if you have from other platforms, just format it like NightMiner or don't use it quite yet. Let's drag it in. Wow, that's awesome. Look at that. Delete that bright ass shit over there. Anyway, that worked perfectly. It's so fast. I'm not going to click the button on this one yet. I did a bunch of tests with much smaller files. This one's got, again, quite a few wallets in it, 184, so that would be 2 or 3 passes on this. But That is so cool that it's outputting it by day like this. So it should give you a receipt breakdown of all the various different days. This one is cool too. So watch this. Like if I were to come up here and like refresh the page, that's cool. It's got a pick up where you left off thing. So you never lose your spot. The little things. Just trying to make sure nobody loses their shit, like I said earlier. Stop losing your shit. Cancel and start fresh. That's what we all got to do sometimes. Coming on in here, drag it, drop it. Football. I don't know anything about sports. That's about it. This update's freaking awesome. Be sure to check out the little button down here and go check out the Anvil API to build cool shit on Cardano. I'm elated where this is at. It's fun. It's really fun to build these things. Play with it. Check it out. Give me your feedback. It's working. The proof's there. This thing's badass. It's doing pretty well from a reward standpoint. If you dig into the GitHub on it, all the commands are there to deploy on servers, like your own server, and launch a whole bunch of instances in the backside, like background processes for individual threads, so you can actually optimize this thing. Running one process in the foreground is not going to do what you want, but it'll be great. You'll hit rewards, you'll hit stuff on it. Couple little tweaks and things to keep in mind here. The max attempts per wallet. This is kind of like, you need this to be within range of the difficulty. So if it's 2 million attempts on average to find a result, try setting this height, your max attempts per wallet, to around 2 million, 2.5 million, 3 million. Play with it. That's how many nonces it's going to go through before it says, I give up. Derivation path, I've explained this a little bit before, but this is just me thinking, I wonder if there's any rhyme or reason to how close the nonce we're looking for is to a certain derivation path. So was playing with that a little bit. You should play with it too. Learn a little bit about Cardano and what we use there, what we do with those. That's it. Thank you all for sticking with me here. This has been fun to build. I hope you find some of these tools useful. Feedback's a gift. Would love some if you got it. Let me know what you think. Peace.